Kevin, what did you think about the way y'all handled them defensively after they had 23 pointers in the last game against you guys?
I just think our physicality ramped up. Not having James Harden out there helps too. Somebody else that can create offense, get everybody else involved. But yeah, we knew this team. Kawhi's playing great basketball, and he's willing these guys to up their game. So we knew we had to be on point with everybody. Got even guys off the bench that we probably haven't heard of. Or haven't played, throughout this whole year. Benedict Mathurin first game. So we were on alert to all of these guys because they've been playing great ball. So, and then when you put Brook Lopez in at the stretch five, it just opens the floor for them all. So we had to really be locked in today, and it was 40% from the field, 95 points, 43 points in the second half. That's our type of basketball.
Kevin, how did you feel like this game was reflective of Amin and Reed's growth as facilitators and playmakers?
Yeah, I feel like we're doing it all by committee. I feel like, for the most part, Reed and Twin been kind of playing, been our point guards throughout the whole year. Reed coming off the bench majority of the year. He's been a spark plug for us. So they're seeing the reads, they're seeing the game a little slower, and that's really all it is. You know, you got young guys who super athletic. They like to flop it down the floor, but I'm seeing our men be a little bit more patient. I'm seeing Reed be a little bit more patient up there and finding their spots and getting, being efficient. 6 for 10, 12 for 20 for both of them for 32 points. 5 threes. It's a great game.
Kevin, what did you think of the ability to really turn defense into offense tonight?
Yeah, that's going to be the calling card for us most nights. We don't want to give up 17 offensive rebounds, but they shoot a lot of deep threes. So, but we want to get our hands on the basketball, get out and run, try to get as many easy points as we can.
And since I haven't gotten to see you since, what does it mean to share All-Star Weekend with Alperen, his second?
Man, it's just amazing. Always fun having teammates at that weekend. It's a celebration of basketball, so to be celebrating the game, celebrating the season thus far with my teammate is always fun. So familiar faces in that All-Star Weekend is always cool. It's just going to be such a hectic time of the year. So looking forward to seeing my Rockets fam out there with me.
Kevin, earlier this week we got a chance to speak with Ime Udoka, and we just talked about consistency. He said that that's the message that he's been preaching all week, and one of the things that he wanted to see was more ball movement and more when you and Alpi are being double teamed, other players moving around. Did you see that being played tonight?
Yeah, it could have been better for sure. We had 16 turnovers. I had 5 of them. I feel like we could have moved the ball a little bit more. I took 22 shots. That's a lot of shots for me. But I feel like we can always be better. Only 19 assists, 16 turnovers. I think we could be better. But we did have some great plays tonight that we can bottle up and take with us. But I think we could be much better at everybody moving. This team plays unpredictable on the defensive side of the ball. The Clippers do. I seen them leaving both corners. I feel like I had 3 people on me one time. I seen Alpi had 3 people on him one time. So they just, they're exaggerating the traps a lot, and trying to confuse us. So we got to, guys with the ball got to trust and make those extra passes, and they'll get everybody else going.
And you got an opportunity to sit down with Rockets great Hakeem Olajuwon. At this point of your career, how good did it feel to be able to sit with him and soak in that knowledge? And even though, like I said, you're at the height of your game, you're still learning how, as far as basketball is concerned.
Yeah, just somebody who's a pioneer, a beacon, a light for the game of basketball. In my opinion, one of the first players that I watched as I was coming up, and play for the same franchise he played for. I just got so much respect for Dream and what he brought to the game and his impact on not just basketball players but people all around the world. And so to get a chance to sit down and tell him how much I respect him and love him, it was fun. I can't even remember half of the stuff we talked about. I was just sitting there just in awe, just being around such greatness, So I want to represent the Rockets just as well as he did, and every time I come in this arena, I look up at the rafters and take a peek at those names and try to go as hard as I can for them.
related to that conversation with Hakeem, I'm curious, of all those teams that you've been on in your career, do you think there's any that can match that hypothetical MJ, Hakeem, Clyde kind of situation that he brought up?
About MJ getting traded there?
Any team you're on that could match that kind of
Hell
hypothetical
no.
score?
That'd have been insane right there. MJ, Clyde, and damn, Hakeem down here in Houston, that'd have been sickening. I don't think anybody would have matched that big three, the level of those three. I mean, both offense, defense, two-way players, just, man. In an alternate world, man, I could sit around and daydream about what that had been like. Or I could throw it on 2K. You know they got the old players on 2K. So I might put them all on one team there. But you never know. There's so many of those close trades that could have happened, that could have changed the landscape of the NBA. You never know what conversations were had behind the scenes with these GMs and executives. So, but it's pretty cool to hear those stories from the source like that.
And kind of following up on that, when you were talking with Hakeem, he mentioned that when he was able to go, be one of the best shot blockers in the league, it really affected other teams. And now your team is top 5 in shot blocks in the season. How does that kind of help the defense, especially since it's not just one guy getting all the block shots, it's kind of a whole team?
Yeah, I mean, that just teams do a good job of scheming away from good defenders. So when you got 3 or 4 guys that can contest well and get their hands on the basketball, it kind of puts the offense in a bind on who they want to attack. And when you're at the rim and you blocking shots, and I just think we get our hands on some basketballs just because we contest shots. We got the effort to go up there and contest shots, and that's what great shot blockers do. They play with that effort every time down, and that's what Hakeem did, and we're trying to do that as a group too.
Last one, Michael.
And PJ Tucker was here tonight. Did you get to say hello to him? And just in general, what do you enjoy about PJ as an individual and as a player?
Yeah, that's my brother, man. He was one of my hosts on my visit at Texas, so I got to know him when I was 17 years old, man. So to still have a friendship, I know how much he meant to the Rockets organization and what he brought to the team. It's always great to see him. Rocket through and through, and I want to go out there and represent for every Rocket that play here. Once a Rocket, always a Rocket. So when I get to see the alumni come to the games, I just get excited.